Here's the problem with the cryptocurrency world. People are using it as a way to make money by exchanging. Do you understand the stupidity of that?
Welcome to the Crypto Rodeo Show. Big win for crypto. I'm sure you're all well aware that the Biden administration has an infrastructure bill. A couple trillion, I think now down to $1 trillion, but we'll see about that. In the bill itself, it had a provision for cryptocurrencies, basically labeling anyone that was a node operator, a miner, exchanges, people that provide the service for proof of work, proof of stake, proof of consensus. Everybody was going to get taxed. And the lawmakers, the people who are pro-crypto, have been trying to get this changed. And literally, it was a last-minute industry win for crypto. The Biden administration is coming out with this infrastructure bill, which I thought was about buildings and bridges, but apparently has to do with crypto as well. It says here, this is an article from New York Times. This came out today, 10:43 a.m., a last-minute lobbying push by the crypto industry to change language in the bipartisan infrastructure bill that was finalized over the weekend succeeded in scaling back some of the scrutiny that participants in the sector will face from the IRS. The final legislative text included some changes to alleviate concerns of the cryptocurrency industry, which expressed alarm last week about new requirements that would define most of the participants in the sector as brokers and force them to turn over information to the IRS. The provision was projected to raise $28 billion over a decade. After receiving the pushback from the cryptocurrency lobbyists, lawmakers revised that section of the bill to clarify the definition of a broker rather than expand upon it. The legislation also removed language that explicitly targeted any decentralized exchange or peer-to-peer marketplace. It replaced that with a broader definition that characterizes brokers as anyone responsible for regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of another person. So basically, they're trying to completely crash the crypto market with this infrastructure bill. Unfortunately, it didn't go through because they saved the day, these lobbyists. It continues on to say the cryptocurrency industry has been adamant that the tougher tax enforcement should not apply to miners or creators of digital money, or the node operators that keep the software behind transactions moving. I mean, just think about proof of stake, proof of consensus, even proof of work. They would get completely pwned if this bill passed without the provision. Lobbyists were continuing to press senators for greater clarity to ensure that those parts of the sector would be excluded from the law. And I'm glad they did. They had to exclude it because if you're going to expand and advance the crypto market or use it as a government sector, then you kind of don't want to do that. So I bet you these lobbyists were like, listen, if you're going to tax the miners and the people handling the proof of stake and proof of consensus, the entire crypto space is going to be null and void. So thank goodness for these lobbyists for doing that. But it continues on to say they believe that they have assurances from top lawmakers such as Senator Rob Portman from Ohio about the intent of the law. But they are still seeking similar assurances from the Treasury Department, which will have broad discretion to implement the law if it is passed and signed by President Biden. We're all waiting for these Wojak politicians to go ahead and sign this infrastructure bill because it's the biggest infrastructure bill in history. $1 trillion. I think it started out at like 2.3 trillion. I don't know if it's down to $1 trillion or whatever it is, but the fact that they have a cryptocurrency provision in a infrastructure bill is beyond me. Like, how did that make it in there? Why is that? What else is in the infrastructure bill that we don't even know about. Where's all this money going? Why are they trying to tax miners and creators and proof of stake, proof of consensus, all these boys, node operators? Everyone's there. The IRS is trying to take every penny possible from its citizens. What a sham. But thank goodness, according to this article, they have pulled it, and it looks like they're going to move forward with the provisions. And you know, it's interesting because the crypto space right now is going through a very strange phase, especially with the regulations coming in. I don't know if anyone noticed, but apparently BitBoy, I made a video about it, BitBoy got banned, not once, but twice, and then unbanned both times. I don't know how that happens on YouTube. Like, how do you get banned, then unbanned, then banned, then unbanned? I don't know what's going on with that, but all I know is people were reporting his account because he was basically shilling coins, getting them pumped up, and then dumping and selling. So people are getting really fed up with, I guess, BitBoy. But this is just a start. I don't know if they try to, make an example out of BitBoy, but the regulations are coming. They're already set in stone. Just wait. Soon we will not be able to see any 1000x wiener coin to the moon. Buy this coin 10,000x. It's not going to be, they're not going to be there anymore. I give it maybe 5 months. 5 months before we start seeing the Moon Boys and all these YouTubers get letters, emails from YouTube being like, listen, you can't do this anymore. If you continue to show these coins, we will ban you. And the YouTube precogs, everybody knows that they go back in time. So all your previous videos, you will have to delete them. It's unfortunate, but it's also fortunate at the same time because many people don't know, but a lot of these YouTubers, they get paid by these pump and dump shill coins. I know people, some YouTubers, very small too, we're not talking like 100,000 subscribers, very small, like 50 maybe, even smaller. I've heard some people charging $12,000 to $15,000 just to shill a shiitake mushroom coin. So it's coming because they're not gonna keep it. They're not gonna keep this shillery any longer. And that's why I've kind of, I get, on my Telegram, I get a lot of people, wanting me to look at this project, and they want you to do this, they want you to do that. And I'm doing my best to not present projects that I believe are pump and dumps or that they want me to promote, because I'm not trying to promote any coin really. I'm not in it for that. I genuinely want to present information about the cryptocurrency space that would better our lives as a whole. And the information is key because you may not know this, but the whales know this information days in advance. They know what's happening before we do. The retail investors are always the ones to get burnt. We get burnt all the time. The whales are always making the money. They have the ability to look at the books of the exchanges, see what's being shorted, see what's getting longed, everything. So when I say I'm trying to provide some information, it's really just that. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just some dude in a hat, as I always say. But I want to provide everybody with the information that they need to make a sound judgment on whether to purchase or sell any particular assets, because as a whole, the crypto space runs on manipulation. I know some people don't believe that, but Bitcoin is completely manipulated, Ethereum completely manipulated, and it's obvious because it's in the infrastructure bill. There's big money moving around, big money being moved, and the infrastructure bill wanted to cover that because the government sees all this money being moved around and they're not getting their tax dollars. The government, Uncle Sam, wants every penny from your gross profit. They want it. They want it all. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. The infrastructure bill, big win for crypto today. I just had to get it out there. Just came out today. Thanks so much for watching, and don't subscribe or like to the channel unless you want to, because again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some dude in a hat. Good night, everybody.